Yeah, I get a birthday card every year, and she comes to our staff meetings once a month. So it's one of those things where if you see the person every month, then you're not going to worry that they're hard to find when you have an emergency. So that's.
We were with State Farm for decades, my family and my parents and everything. And kind of what Christina said, I mean, they're present periodically during the year. So, you know, you can go up to them. Even if it's not your agent, you can go up there and talk to them, and they, you know, and, you know, especially with schools, just the way they support schools and come in and do things for teachers and do things, you know, provide lunches or provide whatever. I think that sets it apart, you know, because we don't see anybody else who comes and does that in the school.
I really liked when my agent, this might sound petty, would send me these little cards, like I got one on my birthday and then near, I think, the holidays last year. And I had her kid on it, which I thought was sweet, but it was just kind of like a reminder, like, hey, I'm here.
How important is having an agent to your experience with Horace Mann?
Yeah, I think that's the first person you go to when you want. And a lot of that information, I prefer to talk and speak with someone face to face and help me go through it and answer the questions that I have or listen to my needs. And having his office, you know, about a mile and a half from my house makes a big difference as opposed to calling someone up and sitting on hold for a long time. I don't mind calling him locally and say, hey, I would like to talk to you a little bit about this, and having him call me back in a day or two, or having him come over, I go over to his office and talk to him within a week or so. But sitting on hold when you want to answer a question to someone who doesn't really know who you are or where you live or what your situation is, because I think having a local agent understands kind of what people are dealing with in that community, in that area. And I think that is really important to just know that he is there as my agent. And I've been fortunate he's been there, you know, for about 18 years now. And so, you know, he's built his office and his business there, and he's grown quite a bit. So, I do feel it's really important.
She had folders ready for us with, you know, information about what's going on with student loans and current changes, and you know, I love little swag things. I got a little pen and all that stuff. But she, you know, really looked at what I had. I was able to pull my stuff up ahead of time, because she said, you know, bring that if you have it, if you want to really look in detail. And so I did. And I had my accounts and everything set up, so we were able to look at it. But no, she didn't try to sell me anything.
We start with Joe Guerrero.
Okay.
And so he's the one that was going out to find schools, but he had Julie, who he was trained, I guess, for years, and she, you know, and so the transition from him, because he was really, really good. I mean, you know, really in everything, his knowledge and everything. But then when she took over, it's like he was never gone. You know, the transition was just really nice. You know, so I thought, oh gosh, someone new, you know, they got to get to know me, and hopefully it was just as good. I mean, he would get things done quickly, and she did. She really did. She went right into this role.
So they just show up to serve me lunch, and then while we're sitting there, I'm like, oh yeah, what about this and what about that? And that's convenient.
The only one that you see and everybody recognizes his face. So he takes the time to talk to each and every one of you, regardless of your position. Well, I'm in the admin wing, so it's a little bit easier to see more of them. But he goes out to the buildings too, so that's important to have your face out there and be easily accessible. Makes a difference. The other guys, they don't, so people tend to sign up when they...
Oh, yeah, me too. That's the only reason I'm here. I don't even know what the hell I was getting into. But if Dave wasn't my guy, I wouldn't have come.
Yeah, Dave's awesome. I have Dave.
I do too. So what makes Dave awesome? What do you like about him?
Oh, go ahead.
The first time I met him, I felt like I knew him for 30 years. And I've known him for a long time now, and I still feel the same way. He's like a friend.
Directly out to the schools. If you want to talk to him about your annuity, he'll come directly to you, or you can go to his office. But he'll work with you with your schedule to be like, hey, when are you available? Let's get this done. Let's take a look at it. You know, we want this to be good. We want you to be making money here.
Yeah.
Our district, I think it was our district, totally screwed up our, I don't even know what it's called, but it's transferring the money they take from my check to the 403B. You know about that?
I don't know, but I don't know about the specific case, but I know about
it was
that
a total,
process. Yeah.
Our business office was a total mess. So, like I got a statement, and my wife is a former business manager of a district, now superintendent, so she takes care of all that. But she said, look, something's wrong with this, so I took a picture of it on my phone and texted it to Dave, and Dave said, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Because for months, even actually a couple of quarters, the money wasn't being deposited properly, so now they have to go back and figure out what the rate of return was. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, I trust that he'll figure it out and get it done.
I feel like that's huge. They're very present in our schools, doing trainings, having little mini seminars, workshops. Now, I really feel like having them be so present has made them even more personable to me. He did mention, hey, we're due to meet, when do you want me to come? It was easy. I was already there at work and at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day, and so I really think that was huge.
Daughter ran a new car into a pole. She wasn't hurt, but I pick up the phone, call Albert, then I don't have to think anymore because it's done. I mean, he has a tow truck, he has the appraisers, he has where it's going to be repaired. I mean, I have stopped thinking about it because I put everything in his hands. Get my new car back, and they didn't even jack my bill. So, I mean, that's what I like about picking up the phone, calling him, having him answer, and then I don't have to worry anymore. That's why I pay for this insurance.